All right, a little while back, we got the information, in fact, that has already been conveyed to you that Tim Seifert had tested positive, and the match between Punjab Kings and Delhi Capitals seemed to be in some sort of doubt. But let's clear the air. The match will go ahead as scheduled, and as we speak, both the teams, in fact, they are on their way to the Brabant Stadium. Well, we can always dispute and debate whether the call or the decision that has been taken is right or wrong, considering the risk involved for the players and other people. But as of now, Nikhil, the match is on.
So, as Rahul has just informed you, the players are on their way to the stadium. So, there is no way that the game would be cancelled, though there could still be a last minute cancellation. But as of now,
Yes.
the teams have reached this, and this is after them knowing that Tim Seifert has tested positive. Despite that, the teams have been told to reach the stadium, and the teams are on their way and will be reaching the stadium very shortly for the 7:30 start. Now, the game could still be cancelled at the last moment, but as of now, the chances of that happening are very, very little. I think what the teams have been told to keep the families back in the hotel.
Right.
The management, people of the management will stay back at the hotel. Only the participating players are being sent to the stadium. That is for the Delhi. That's the protocol that they are following. No extra members of the family or anyone will be allowed to go there. But the question now will be, is it prudent, is it advisable to go ahead with a match with a team which has a positive case, considering that those positive cases have only increased in the last few days? So first it was just the trainer, then the trainer and a support staff member, then it went on to a player, then from the player a social media manager, the team doctor, and so on and so forth. It kept increasing, and now you've got another player. So what effectively happened is that at one go, you're not finding out how many players are actually carrying the coronavirus. It's taking time. Now, if you take this team to play a match with another team, which at the moment has not reported a single case because there is no biobubble breach, we have now kind of established that the biobubble breach that happened with the Delhi Capitals could have happened from the hotel staff, because 3 members of the
Yes.
hotel staff tested positive. But now, if 2 teams are playing, and a lot of those players who will be playing today were actually practicing with Tim Seifert yesterday, is it advisable, is it prudent to be playing this match?
Nikhil, two things. A, the board, that is the BCCI and the IPL Governing Council, perhaps they were already prepared for a situation like this. Because that is the reason why the guidelines, the COVID protocols were shared with every franchisee and their players and support staff and management. Because they knew there is a possibility that you can have positive cases within the teams. Now that has happened. But as of now, this is just the initial stages of this entire episode, as in the positive cases. You can stop it right here, right now. At least you can make an attempt.
Absolutely.
Because you are, as of now, it is limited and restricted, what it seems. Because if every franchisee is undergoing these COVID tests, what has been reported is only in the Delhi camp these cases have, as of now, been.
So Sarat Chandra is saying the same thing. Why is BCCI pushing these games? Why can't they postpone?
And it's just a matter of one game.
Yes,
Just
absolutely.
one game.
I think you are being, as they say, penny wise, pound foolish. So just for the sake of one game, you're trying to show that you can carry on with this one game, and then everything will be right. But you could be digging yourself into a bigger hole, because if now, because of this game, and if there are certain players that are carrying the virus, they spread it to Punjab, then you have 2 teams, then it keeps
Exactly.
increasing, and then the entire league is under threat.
Exactly, and this is exactly what happened last time also. See, as we speak, in fact, the Punjab Kings, the team, they are boarding their team bus and they are heading towards the ground. And in fact, the Delhi team, in fact, the Delhi players are also heading towards the to the ground. So this is exactly what happened last time also, when KKR had reported a couple of cases, positive cases. It was the RCB players and the management who refused to play at that time.
So in this case, you are guessing that the Punjab franchise is okay in playing, because if they raise an objection, which they could still raise an objection.
I'm asking you, are the Delhi players and the franchisee and the management are okay to play this game?
No, I don't think so. If I was a Delhi player
Absolutely.
and whatever we are gathering, if I was a Delhi player, I wouldn't want to play this game.
Absolutely right.
Because I don't know from now, because a lot of these players, I'm just saying, a lot of these players practice with
Exactly.
Tim Seifert. And if they're going to be getting the coronavirus now, they're going to be worried, because they could then see a lot of them are with their families as well.
Yes.
So they will
yes.
have that concern. We can confirm that the Delhi players are concerned at the moment and may not be keen to go ahead with the match. But if the BCCI has decided, then they can't help it. Imagine, okay, Delhi players, they've still met Tim Seifert. Look at the Punjab team. They're completely secluded. There's not a single case. But now if you've ordered them to play, and we don't know, the only reason I said that the game could still be called off is if the Punjab management now raise a objection. See, because this may also take time,
I
right?
think this also depends on the franchisee,
Yeah.
because it was the RCB last time,
Which said, no way, we are not playing.
and
Yeah.
Virat Kohli was the captain of that team.
Yes. No, so I'm saying this franchise also, which is now the Punjab franchise, the information will take time, right? We've just broken it half an hour ago that he's tested positive. The teams may just be following the protocol and going, because BCCI said the match will be on. Nothing stops the owners of Punjab Kings or the management from Punjab Kings saying that no, we're not comfortable. We want our players' safety, that's paramount, and it can jeopardize our future matches.
Exactly.
So even now the Punjab team can step
Right.
in. So even though we are saying the game is going ahead because the teams have reached the ground, but still, if a management member decides to object, they could be.
So three things before we wrap this up. One, Tim Seifert is the sixth
Sixth
member
of
Delhi
Delhi
Capitals, and the second player from Delhi Capitals to have tested positive. Despite those positive cases, the match between Delhi Capitals and Punjab Kings will go ahead as per the schedule. That is 7:30 p.m. This evening. Third, the management and the players, not everybody, in fact, a lot of people are reluctant to play this match after the COVID cases have been revealed or reported, but still, the match will go ahead.
There was one question. Let's take that. He said, "Why doesn't it happen in India?" Which is a valid point, because you had two IPLs in the Middle East and it went on fine without any COVID cases. Last time you had it in India, so again you have to look at in terms of how the COVID protocols are all precautions being taken in the hotels, because as we know in Delhi Capitals, the breach has happened because of the hotel staff members who were serving the team. Similar, you stay in hotels in the Middle East as well, there was no breach happening. Maybe there were multiple testing. Have we been slack in maintaining
Last
the
time
bubble?
we were. Last time for sure we were.
Because there was air travel.
Air travel,
But this time no
and
air travel.
also players and a lot of people were ordering their food from outside.
Yes. Yep.
So despite staying in a bubble, the food was being ordered from outside, and there was of course air travel. This time they restricted it to just 4 venues, but still cases have been reported. And I'll tell you, Nikhil, last time when I spoke to a few of the franchisees which didn't have any of the positive cases, they said without any mistake, without any breach, this thing cannot happen. These
Yes.
positive cases cannot happen, so there has to be some mistake on somebody's part, not just from the franchisee, because as Nikhil also mentioned earlier, 3 people from the hotel staff have also tested positive, so that could have also happened.
You can answer a few questions if you'd want. I'll just go quickly. 2-3 questions are there.
Okay, just
What about the crowds? There's a question by Ricky.
well, crowds, see, they've already taken the tickets, they've bought the tickets, and they will be allowed. As it is, they are not interacting and coming in contact with the players. How can we expect players to perform well in such a situation? Rahul Kumar is saying, the earlier question was from Ricky Patel. Rahul, you can, because players and management, they may not be too willing. In fact, that is what I know. At least a few people were a little reluctant to play this match, and they were of the view that let's reschedule this match. Mayank Agarwal bhai is a very big friend of mine. Ashish Pandey is saying there is always talk. I think I'm getting a call from one of the franchises. Anyways, Pranjal said, I don't think they should play the match. See, there are two aspects of this. If you see some of the foreign leagues, football leagues, maybe they have decided. In fact, one of our friends. Amongst you had mentioned that even the under 19 World Cup, you would remember that around 6 to 7 Indian players had tested positive. They were sent in isolation. They came back, played and won the T20 World Cup. Then I think, will this match go ahead? Yes, Ganga, the match is and will go ahead. What do you think of Punjab chances of playoff? We'll get to that when we begin our pre-match show as always. But for now, these are the updates, and we'll come back to you just before the match at 6:45. See you, and please do subscribe Sports Today. Bye bye.